morning, welcome to day 8. This one's called the magic ingredient. So this is my favourite day so far. I'm usually still a couple of days ahead of you because I want to experience the day before I talk about it, but my aim is still to complete the whole process in real time so that by the end of the 28 days we can see together how life has unfolded. I didn't want to be talking about the magic in, say, 2 years' time, saying, I did this book once. It just wouldn't have been as effective. But anyway, if you're still with me, then I hope you're enjoying it so far. So as I said, this is one of my favourite days. Anyone who knows me will already know that most days I look at an apple in awe and wonder how not only did it grow, but how did it get to be in my fruit bowl. You'll see what I mean in a bit and why I mentioned it, but let's get on with the day. Okay, bear that in mind. So, the quote is, "A thankful heart hath a continual feast." And that's by W.J. Cameron. Giving thanks for food before you eat is a tradition that has been followed for thousands of years, dating back to the ancient Egyptians. With the fast pace of life in the 21st century, taking the time to give thanks for a meal has more often than not, been left behind. But using this simple act of eating and drinking as an opportunity to be grateful will increase your magic exponentially. So did anyone else say grace before dinner? You know, for what we're about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. It's all just coming back to me now. I'm sure we all did when we were younger, and but that's probably where it all comes from, and we should maybe start doing that again. To feel even more gratitude for food, take a moment and think about all the people who contributed to you having food to eat. For you to eat fresh fruit and vegetables, the growers had to, here we go, this is where my apple's coming from. The growers had to plant and nurture the fruit and vegetables with continuous watering, protecting them for over many months until they were ready for harvesting. Then there were the pickers, the packers, and the distributors, and the transportation people who drive enormous distances, day and night, all of them working together in perfect harmony to ensure that every fruit, apple, Liz's apple, and vegetable is delivered fresh to us and is available all year round. Think about the meat growers, the fishermen, the dairy farmers, the coffee and tea growers, and all the packaged foods companies who work tirelessly to produce the food we eat. The world's food production is a breathtaking orchestration that takes place every day, and it's unfathomable. Gosh, all these words at 7 o'clock in the morning are too much for me. Unfathomable that it all works when you think about the number of people involved in maintaining the world's food and drink supplies to stores, restaurants, supermarkets, cafes, airplanes, schools, hospitals, and every home on the planet. Exactly. The apple that is sitting in my kitchen right now has gone through all of that. This is why I can't believe it. It just makes my mind blown. Food is a gift. It's a gift of nature, because there would be nothing for any of us to eat if nature didn't supply us with the soil, nutrients and water to grow food. Without water, there would be no food, vegetation, animals or human life. We use water to cook our meals, grow our food, maintain our gardens, supply our bathrooms, sustain every vehicle that moves, support our hospitals. She loves her lists, but she has got a point here. Fuel, mining, manufacturing industries, enable transportation, make our roads, make clothes, every consumer product and appliance on the planet, make plastic, glass, metal, make life-saving medications, build our homes and every other building and structure. And water keeps our bodies alive. So she's going on about the water, but she has a really good point. Now, there's a water experiment that I've done, which I'm going to tell you about later, but I need to read this next paragraph for you to understand why I did the experiment. It gets a bit into quantum physics, but bear with me. So it says, In ancient times, people believed that when they blessed their food and water with gratitude, it purified whatever they were blessing. And when you look at the theories and discoveries that quantum physics have made in recent times, such as the observer effect, that's what I'm going to come on to, the ancients may very well have been right. The observer effect in quantum physics refers to changes that the act of observation makes on whatever is being observed. Imagine if focusing gratitude on your food and drinks changed their energy structure and purified them so that everything you consumed had the ultimate effect of well-being on your body. Right, so here I go on my experiment. Have any of you heard about a famous observer effect experiment? Maybe it's not that famous outside of the world of scientists, but basically there's this Japanese doctor called Dr. Masaru Emoto, who back in 1999 carried out a series of experiments to test the effects of words, thoughts and emotions on water. So he wanted to test his hypothesis that water would react to thoughts and words. So what he did was he put cooked white rice in equal measures in equal amounts of water into 3 sealed jam jars. He then wrote on a label, stuck a label on the first one that said, "I love you." On the second one, he put, "I hate you." And on the third one, he didn't bother putting a label on it at all. Over the next 30 days, he showered the first jar with love and positive comments every morning. So you've got to bear with me, but basically he talks to this first jar and tells it how amazing it is. You know, you look beautiful, I love you. And then you turn to the second one and you call it an idiot and you say, "I hate it," and "I hate you," and "You're ugly." And then the last one you totally ignore. And he claims that by the end of the 30 days, the "I love you" jar will still be pure and white, the "hate you" jar will go black, and the "ignore you" jar will rot. Now, this absolutely fascinated me, because if words and thoughts could actually alter the state of something, if you really think about it, so if it can change the state of something in water, then our bodies are made up of something like 70% of water. So it got me thinking, so if this is true, then every time you say something hurtful to someone, not only that, it's saying that even if we think a negative comment about someone, so if we're thinking something or saying something to somebody, or even looking in our own mirror and thinking we're ugly, we're actually damaging our bodies inside for real. We're rotting, or rotting someone else. The opposite effect is true then, that positive words and thoughts purify water. Then it makes sense, doesn't it, that complimenting people and being kind could actually have a physical effect on the insides of somebody. This has just blown my mind. I don't know whether it's true, but if it is true, then we should be thinking positive thoughts about ourselves and to other people. So as you're getting to know me, and you probably feel you do by now, you will 100% know that I have 3 jam jars sitting on my windowsill as we speak that I talk to every morning. And as I'm getting to know you, if you're still with me by day 8, then I guarantee that some of you also will have 3 jam jars on your windowsill by the end of today. It just fascinates me. So again, I'm going to have to update you in 30 days' time. So you're going to have me longer than the whole 28-day thing going on. Back to the book and the practice that Rhonda has set for us today, which actually isn't about jam jars. So she asks us to, before you eat or drink anything today, whether you're about to eat a meal, a piece of fruit or a snack, or have a drink of anything, including water, take a moment to look at what you're about to eat or drink and in your mind or out loud say the magic words thank you. And if you can, just take one mouthful, really savouring it. It will not only increase your enjoyment, it will help you feel far more gratitude. You can also try something I do, which is Rhonda speaking. This isn't what I do. It helps her to feel more gratitude is that when she says the magic words, she waves her fingers over her food or drink as though I'm sprinkling them with magic dust. And I imagine that the magic dust instantly purifies everything it touches. Now, I don't do the whole waving my fingers over my food. I think I would feel mad enough as it is. But Rhonda did give me an idea when she mentioned it. And that she goes on, you see, to mention like a little shaker. If you find it more effective, you can imagine that you have a shaker of magic dust in your hand. So I then thought, oh, do you know what? I have a little glass salt and pepper pot that where the peppers ran out recently, and it's been sitting next to all my empty wine bottles in my garage that I need to take to the bottle bank because glass things don't get collected around here. So I've had this empty pepper pot for a while. So I went in, dug it out, and I have put it next to my real salt and pepper pot on the table. And over the last couple of days, I have used it to sprinkle gratitude on my food, the third thing that I do. So we'll see how long it takes before someone asks me when they come to tea if I have any pepper because this one's empty. I don't know how long that will last, but at the minute it's making me really think about it, and instead of me waving my hands, I'm using my little pepper pot, my empty pepper pot. So that's the end of day 8. She finishes by saying, being grateful for the simple things in life, like food and water, is one of the deepest expressions of gratitude, and when you feel that degree of gratitude, you will see the magic happen. So, to summarise the magic ingredient day, you have counted your blessings this morning, of course. Before you eat or drink anything today, take a moment to look at what you're about to eat and drink, and in your mind or say out loud the magic words thank you. If you want, you can sprinkle your food with magic dust. It's up to you, I won't judge. Just before you go to bed tonight, hold your magic rock and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that has happened to me today. So, I shall see you tomorrow. You actually might not want to come back to listen to someone who stares at an apple, has an empty pepper pot on the table, and has spent the last couple of days talking to jars of rice. I can't force you, but it would be lovely to see you and have you back for day 9. See you later.